Tonight, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Sunday Night Football on EA Sports. We'll see Joshua Dobbs and the New York Giants taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the one being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled him with the inside run.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 down at the 31. Tracy going to get it on first down. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. The numbers for him from a week ago. 10 carries, 58 yards, and a score. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated.
Sitting 10th in the league in rushing isn't bad, but it's also not as high as where he knows he should be with how talented he is. There's definitely another gear there, and hopefully their game plan gives him an opportunity to hit it and put together one of his best performances of the season.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Tracy trying the right side. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. That time a 6-play drive, and it was finished by the touchdown run from the 15. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now ETN to start the drive. Oh, what a juke into space. Now he's loose at the 40. Travis Etienne. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play for the Jaguars. And even 70 yards on the pickup. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
On play action, Lawrence. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. The big Vita Vea pushing his way through to wind up with a sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Boswell's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge, because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Off the play fake. Here's Dobbs. He's going to look deep down the field. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get
a fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. That pass was heavily defended on 3rd down, but you know what? He's one of the best in the league at body control, and he showed you why there.
So what that tells you is that the guy throwing the football understands his guys, doesn't he? Give them a chance, put it up there, and realize that even in a battle, they're more than likely to come down with the football.
Oh, that one sailed a bit, but the catch is still made. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
after one. 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Dobbs. Complete right side to Hyatt. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to stretch out their lead. Now the try here for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 89 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. They'll run on 1st down. Parker. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 43. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down and 6. Back to the ground with Etienne. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Lawrence on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to Etienne. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A handoff running left is Etienne. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. On the slant, he's got Davis. And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. ETN up the middle. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Lawrence will throw. Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. They haven't fully climbed the mountain, but they've started the ascent here with that score.
I like that, right? I think they've left base camp now,
there you
okay?
go.
So they've started to move their way up the mountain. Long way to go, but at least they know it's manageable.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Dexter Lawrence, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Boswell's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime. Dobbs' throw brought in by Bellinger. And they work this well upfield across the 45. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up in the Still City, Acrisure Stadium in Pittsburgh, where it was the home team who were able to hold serve and get a victory in their stadium. George Pickens leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Jordan Love, 5 touchdown passes, leading his guys to the victory. And finally, on Monday Night Football, we'll wrap up the weekend with a good one between the Arizona Cardinals and the LA Rams.
The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. He'll get that underneath Etienne. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Lawrence giving to Etienne here on the option. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 112 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. 2nd down, here's a run with Bigsby. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. 20. 4-yard line is where they'll spot it. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he powers his way up past the 30. Foyesade Oluwakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's Dobbs to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the tuck and run. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Dobbs to throw. Open man, that's Malik Neighbors. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. On 1st down, Dobbs to throw. Eluding the pressure right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. And they're going to speed things up here. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Daniel Bellinger from 10 yards out. And the Giants will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6.
Takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw.
He's going to have the 1st down and more than that.
And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Ezra Cleveland, the guard, called for the penalty there. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Here's Huntley. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it fourth down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on fourth down. Fourth down, Huntley. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now they've got to get things to the finish line. And that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
To throw is Dobbs. He's got Bellinger. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Flush to his right. And this one is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete. Dobbs is throwing. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a fourth down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. So now the Jags down by 8. A minute 52 to play. Needing to go pretty much the length of the football field as they have it first and 10. Here's second down and 3. Now Huntley. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And ETN going to have a Jags first down as he's got it up to the 28-yard line. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield in man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Huntley. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Flushed out right. And he will stop the clock as he gets to the sideline after a gain of about 10.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. They're going for it. Huntley. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now Dobbs. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be touched down to the end, but a big play on that one. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Giants, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.
today, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the New York Giants.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. Richardson going right to the air. A short throw pulled in by Woods. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. Richardson looking to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the... On a second here, because on that last play, it appears one of the Giants shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Richardson on third and short. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, this defense for the Giants, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
Yeah, they only allowed 13 points, and you can poll all 32 coaches, and I guarantee you they'd say, we'll take that every single week. But let me think about that for a second. Maybe there'd be one contrarian that would say, give me 10.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Again, it's Taylor. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just one. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd and 9. Richardson out of the shotgun. A short throw pulled in by Woods. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his third completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Richardson. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. So from the 25, this is 2nd and 5. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Dexter Lawrence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Myers' kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But if he can keep going to the pace he's at, this is going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll go again with Tracy. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 44 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ballgame. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 2nd and 6 with the ball on the 7. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss, as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd and 10, back to the air with Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Richardson looking to throw this. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
$35 yards that time on the punt, and it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
Dobbs looking to throw on 1st down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27.
Dobbs.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
They'll hand it to Tracy.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Just a 4-play drive that time, and it's capped off by a 13-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. The slot man in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on a touch pass.
Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
2nd and 7. From the shotgun, Richardson.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Now it's Richardson.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Taylor. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess. That allows for extra yardage on the return.
A very solid gain of 27.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space.
Right back to Tracy.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
A leap, and he's got it.
Daniel Bellinger in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants would extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off with a touchdown by Daniel Bellinger. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A final shot before the half, Richardson.
And that is incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll begin just outside Washington at Commanders Field in Landover. And that game tied at 7 in the second quarter. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And you can see, currently, they trail in that ball game. Jordan Love, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And that one, all tied.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick.
Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. On play action, it's Dobbs. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw Dobbs.
This pass into the hands of Bellinger.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Tracy going to get it on first down.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And it's caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. It's the fullback with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game.
And the Giants take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The point after is good, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll take this up to the 30, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here's Richardson to throw. Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted.
And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line.
This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Malik Neighbors.
46 yards.
And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
This is taken at the 18. Call it a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The New York set to take the field.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled.
A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed.
And he'll be touched down in the end, but a big play on that one.
Boy, this has just been an offensive clinic. It's seemingly been one big play after another, and add this one on to the list. When you can fight off more than half the field on one play, things are definitely working in your favor.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown.
Malik Neighbors with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Giants get another third quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. For the Colts now, they're ready to get the football back. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. Was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Richardson. A short throw pulled in by Woods.
They're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Back to throw. Richardson.
A short throw pulled in by Woods.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
Richardson to the air on first down. That complete to Downs. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. He pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Richardson now on second down. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And the Colts are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal.
Richardson working from the gun. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Myers' kick is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. In the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall. Oh, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and we have reached the 2-minute warning. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. On first down, Richardson. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. Picked off by Bobby Okereke.
And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Throwing here, Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Dobbs now on 2nd down. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. you better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Indy set to go on offense once more. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Now Richardson.
He's got a man complete. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big play there for Indy. And even 70 yards.
Well, they weren't worried about disguising this play call. Sent out a 4-receiver set, and they're all going to run vertical routes and really put pressure on that secondary. And this is just a beautiful throw, right where it needs to be, and it turns into a huge play.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Steps away to his left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not.
And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And the Giants will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Jets,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.